Right back. Okay, my bad. I'm back. All right, first stream. Let's go. Come on. Come on. All right, trade's going a little bit backwards right now. Let's see where we're at. 4 hour trying to rip again. I think I'm going to move to break even anyways. Not really something I want to lose at the moment. I could have taken profits down here, but honestly, I thought it would go further. But that's what I get for trying to predict the market. You know? You never know what it's going to do. I mean, for me, it looked good. Looked good to go down, but all good. All good.
Order filled.
All right, we're out. That's all right. Risk free. No worries. No worries. All right, let me go check gold. You see here, dude, gold is just, that's nasty. Look at this 4 hour range. That is nasty, man. Got on the daily. That's it, top sip. All right. Yeah, I mean, gosh, I just don't want any part of gold, man. Not sure I want any part of this. All right, what do we got here realistically? I mean, got this. I gotta move this thing around. Crap. Hold up. Yeah, I mean, we could wait for a 30 closure up here. I don't know, man. A 30 closure there. Maybe a closure like here. Give me a second. I moved everything around. Yeah, maybe up here. Maybe something like that. I mean, it doesn't look good. I mean, the 4 hour. 4 hours just kind of weak, honestly. It's just super weak on gold. Super weak. All right. Now the question is it going to rip down? Is it going to rip down? Did it just stop us out? Just cuz? You never know. All right, what do we got? Hold up, give me a second. All right. Testing. All right. All right, I think we're good. I think we good. Man, did it just stop us out to stop us out? All right. All right, so now we're just kind of chilling. We're just kind of waiting. We got, we did get a 15-minute closure. Man, this just stopped us out, didn't it? That's criminal. So I guess I could have just stayed in it from up top, but that's all right. We were right on the direction, though. Yeah, I think what I'm going to be waiting for now... Let me see here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to be waiting for is actually like... Let me see. Yeah, I think maybe a closure down there is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Closure below there. And then I'm going to be looking for maybe buys back above that. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. We'll just kind of chill. All right. Well, oh, we also have news coming out, so we need to remember that. We do have news coming in here at 7:30. We got the PCE price index, GDP, stuff like that. A couple of red folders, a couple of orange folders as well. So we should see some volume here in about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. So we'll see where that takes us. Yeah, I mean, let's zoom out a little bit. I mean, this could totally come down and make like a bigger bottom wick. Could even close below, and then the next 4 hour just rips up. But I don't know. I'm not super sold on sells, to be honest. But we'll see. Doesn't matter what I want. Doesn't matter what I think's gonna happen. Yo, it's Lights Fire. Let's go. Yeah, how we doing? Is it looking good? Is it crisp? Yeah. Music's loud. All right. I figured. How's that? Is that better? Is that a little better? Yeah. Come on, baby. And it's a lot different from streaming Call of Duty. A lot different. Now we wait. Go check on gold. Ah, man, I don't know. It could be like a huge break when it does break. I don't know, man. Could we see a giant sell-off today to get back down into that range? I mean, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I could see something like coming back down into here, you know? I don't know, man. That'd be a huge daily candle. I don't know if we'll get there today. But if things start turning around with like the war and stuff, you know, that means good news for the dollar. I could see gold lead off down there again, like 3,500. But you never know. You never know. We just gotta wait and see what price tells us. Not what I think I can predict. Doesn't matter what I think, man. The market's always right, not me. All right, so we're just chilling on gold, waiting for either closure below, closure above. We got about 5-6 minutes till news. So we'll see what happens. We'll just kind of let it play out. Check on Nasdaq again. Man, Nasdaq just stopped us out. Also, I moved to break even and it came all the way back up and tagged me. We would still be in this, but that's okay. We're up loads today. We're up loads. All right. Now we wait, man. This is the hardest part about trading. Just being able to wait. That's it. Just being able to wait, man. I know it's the hardest part for me. Just being able to wait because I'm impatient and I want to be here to trade, you know? I just want to be here to take trades and make some money. But, you know, by not FOMOing into things and by having patience, that's where we get the money. It's hard though. You know, we're human. We're not the most patient creatures, you know? And that's okay. Man, it's so weird not streaming like a video game right now. We're just sitting here trading, man. It's so weird. So weird, man. Yeah. Dude, it's my #1 chatter. Yeah, Max. Looks good? I appreciate it, man. Yeah. It's one of those things, I don't know if I have everything right or if I was even ready to start, but I wanted to just start for accountability, you know? Just get rolling. Appreciate it. Yeah, the range game. Did you see gold? Look at gold, man. Look at this. What are we doing here? Look at this 4-hour nasty zone. Like, and where is the nearest one? Where's the next nearest one? It's gone. Holy. What up with the candles? Giganto candles. Yeah, what are we doing? You know, it's like a 4-hour range, and I don't even know if there's like anything to the left that's in that range. You know? Like, I think it's just creating a random range somewhere. Or I don't have the data on here to see it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, the chat's working too. Nice. Nice. I wasn't sure if that little chat box on there was going to work. Also, I wasn't sure if it was even necessary to have a chat box on there. Because everyone's on YouTube looking at the chat anyways, right? I never understood that, but I don't know what else I would put there. All right, we got 20 seconds here. A 30-minute closure plus the news coming out. So we got the PCE, GDP, couple red folders. That's coming out right about now. See what happens here. If anything. Yeah, the data's whack or something. Alright, well, maybe it's alright. We got out of that trade. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, if it breaks that, we would have got stopped out with a loss anyway, so it might be good I went to break even. Jeez. Yep, there it is. So, alright, good call on going break even there. We could have taken profits down here, but to be honest, I thought it was going to go a little lower. But that's all right. We'll take it. I'd rather be out of it than take that loss unnecessarily when we were up in profit. So, yep, 4-hour broke the top. Ripping. You know, 1-hour closure looks kind of money. I'm not going to lie. On Nasdaq. Even a 30-minute closure doesn't look bad, but I don't know. This doesn't have much of a bottom wick. Not a huge fan of that. I actually don't like the 4-hour wick either. Whoops. Why does my screen like tearing on here now? So weird. Yeah, I don't know. We do have clean range. I'm not sure that I like. I mean, if it can come down and like make a newer low and then we get like a closure back up or something, like Let me see if I can draw this with the pen. I mean, if we can somehow, I'm not saying it's going to happen, and don't judge me. Like, we can get a closure or something below here. And then we get something like this. Something like that. Then we can look for something crazy. Maybe. I don't know if we'll get that, but maybe. See what gold did. Gold ripped up too initially. But will it hold these news candles? Will it hold? That we don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, news shot up for sure, but it's coming right back down. Got to be careful today. Got to be real careful today. I'm just not convinced either way, to be honest, and I don't think the market is either. That creates a little bit of a problem. Yeah, look at that. Well, the news candle would have came straight up and ripped this out. And then came back down. I mean, it could still close above for sure, but... it could still close above. See how the news actually came out. Dang, all green numbers for Nasdaq. Well, typically this means, well, it should mean gold to go down, Nasdaq to go up, but you know how they like to play games. They like to play games and do the opposite for a while, and then, like for Nasdaq, if it is positive numbers, they'll sell off like crazy just to get all the sellers out, and then bye. To the moon. To the moon ski. So, I don't know if we'll get that though. We'll see. If it does what I'm talking about and goes down, like makes a giant wick, let's see what the option is. Yeah, I mean, it could like re-break the previous 1 hour low. Maybe I could see that, and then a closure back in and rip up, but we'll see. We'll see. I know nothing. I think what's gotten me into the most trouble is thinking I know what the market's going to do. So then you just trade on like instinct, trade on feel, and which is all right sometimes, but a lot of times it's like, oh, dude, it's going to do this. And it's like, dude, you have no idea. You have no idea what it's going to do. Acting like you know. Nah. As soon as you know, the market will show you you don't. Humble you real quick. I mean, I don't know. Do we even like just a closure barely above and then a wick fill. I don't know. I don't know if we do or not. I mean, if this closes like down here, if it closes down there and then maybe get a wick, look for like a wick fill type deal, then get out there. But I don't know, man. I'm not super. Oh, I'm still drawing. My bad. I'm just not super convinced on it. I don't like the wick, the short wick, unless we can get like a better one. But I'm gonna talk through it. I don't know. Was Goldie ripping? Goldie doing, man? Playing games? Okay. Playing little games? But I mean, for us, we don't need to take anything crazy today. We're up 2,600 times 5, so we're up over 10 G's on the combines. We don't need to do it, but if setup comes up, then I'm gonna do it. But I want to stick to the plan. I need that accountability, man. Gotta get better. All right, Goldie's trolling. We got about 5 minutes for a 15-minute closure. Wait and see how that comes out. We'll see if we get these bottom wicks or not. Number 1. I'm still working on the Discord as well, so I'm probably not going to post a link for that yet. I want to do a few more things. Making a Discord sucks. Not going to lie. Even when a robot does it. Still sucks. It's tough. I want to make it so everybody gets a lot of value out of it. You know, I want to make the best possible Discord for people so they can get some value and learn. And I want it to be educational, but I also want it to be like people holding each other accountable, you know, in a good way. People holding themselves accountable as well. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do that. Because there's going to be a lot of people that struggle with a lot of the same things, you know, over trading, over risking, revenge trading, a lot of things, me included. So that, I mean, that's the whole reason I started this channel, because I wanted accountability and I wanted to help other people get accountability as well. You know, at the end of the day, I want to be a better trader. I want to make more money for my family. So hopefully others can learn from that. You know, I'm profitable, but I still make a lot of mistakes. And that's okay, you know, but the goal is to get better and better. It's not to be perfect, because I got news for you, we're never going to be perfect. So there's people out there that will, you know, act like everything's perfect, but it's not. Not all Lambos and Rolexes. But we can get better every day. Get to the goal. Get that freedom, baby. Come on. All right, we got 2.5 minutes or so. See how this 15 closes, but I'm gonna be honest, I'll probably wait for a 1 hour closure. 30-minute, 1 hour. I don't know. I don't trust the 15-minute on this, to be completely honest. You know, it looks good. A lot of clean range to the left. But I don't trust it. I'm going to need something else. I'm going to need a 30-minute, 1 hour closure here. Same thing on gold, I think, too. I'm going to wait another 15 minutes. Yeah, I just... Gold hurts me, man. Gold hurts me. See how we end up. Come on, baby. All right, here we go. We got a second here. 15-minute closure above, looks like. So you did get a 15-minute closure above. Personally, for me, I'm gonna wait another 15 minutes though. I don't trust the 15-minute. I need higher confirmation. Yeah, I mean, gold actually looks not bad. Just because the re-break of the 4 hour, it actually has an okay bottom wick as well. So, I mean, I could see taking this trade maybe on the 15-minute on gold. Let me see Nasdaq. Nasdaq also closed above. Yeah, I mean, gosh, for me personally, I just don't like it. I don't like it on Nasdaq. I like it on gold more, actually, which is crazy to say. But yeah, I got to see something different on Nasdaq. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look bad. But I don't know how much room you got here, because you've got this 1 hour resistance up here. Yeah, I'd be careful on this one, to be honest with you. Could just reject. But again, I don't know what it's going to do, and that's okay. That's why we wait for the plan to show up. Why we wait, man. Why we wait. I need to check something. Hold up. Well, we'll see how it works. I'm trying to record vertically as well. There was like an option on YouTube for that, but I don't know if I had that same option in here. But that's all right. That's all right. We'll figure it out somehow. Yeah, I'd be careful right here. Yeah, gold definitely looked better than Nasdaq, but yeah, I couldn't take that. Couldn't in good conscience take it, man. Also, I think I wanted a little bit more of a wick, but also, where was the entry? Were people taking it on like the beginning of the candle? Or did they take it on the break? Because that just doesn't seem right. I just don't like the entry. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm just going to sit tight for another 12 minutes. Is it gonna reject? That is. Oh, let's see. Nasdaq started rolling without a bottom wick. Yeah, there's just no good entry here. There was no good entry. But, you know, the 1 hour has so much clean range. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, you could see it maybe come up like into these areas, you know. Probably where I'd be looking to get out, or even like the wick fill. Yeah, so if we do get this closure above, I'm gonna look for a wick fill probably. We'll see, we'll see. Rejecting off the zone. I mean, normally I would have like I would have had like a limit zone sell from up here, but I don't know. I just want to see how it plays out. It's also bullish. A current 4 hour anyways. And the daily flipped. I mean, yeah, the fade would be tough. The limit zone, limit sell. Not something I like at the moment. But that would be an area I was looking at though. I think these are what get me into trouble sometimes, though, is you'll see that bullish daily like that, and I'll still take this, and it might trace back like a little bit, but I won't get out that early, you know, and then it'll just continue ripping up. So I'm trying to stay out of trouble today. Like I said, we don't need to take a trade at all. I want to take a trade just because I just want to, but can't do that. We can't do it, man. We don't need to trade at all. All right, we got about 7 minutes. 7 minutes, man. Nasdaq's still going. Still going on the Nas. Dude, I'm also a little leery taking breakouts nowadays. A little leery taking a breakout, man. I don't trust the markets. I don't trust it, man. Oh, it's a banger. Patience. Wait, can I draw on this chart? Oh, no way, bro. We can... Brother, I could have drawn on here the whole time? Oh, my. I will say it's not as easy, though. How do I get rid of that? Thank good. Oh, that's the only thing I don't like. Actually, is there an eraser? But I'm learning so much. Highlighter. Oh, dude. Wait a second. I just need to make a template for it. And not do that. Ah, we could do this in shapes. We could make the drawing better. Who knew? Who knew, man? Hold up. Okay, so we could make... Well, that's text. Oh. Oh, hold up. Hold the phone. Yeah, we could absolutely do this. It just doesn't like... We just can't draw wicks. Not really. I mean, I'd have to do like... whatever. You guys love my drawing anyways, man. Love it. I'll figure that out later. Just trying to get better for you guys. Trying to get better at drawing. All right, we got 3 minutes. See what Goldie's up to. Still hanging around there, man. Didn't really see what I mean. It doesn't really reject that hard. It rejects a little bit. You got, what do we got? Like a 5 minute. Just kind of chilling. I mean, you can see more selling towards like 8 o'clock here, but yeah, I need to see something different here on gold. Gotta see a closure above that zone. Okay, it's back to normal. All right, it's back to normal. All right, Goldie's just chilling. Okay, so a closure kind of down here, but above isn't that bad for like a wick fill. We'll see. Yeah, again, we get a closure like this. See, you love the drawing. Love it. Closure like this. Wick. Boom. Boom. Wick fill. Out. $30. 30 seconds. All right, there's the closure. I'm gonna need a better wick than that. Definitely gonna need a better wick with a new 1 hour coming out. You know what? If gold ripped up without a wick. Oh, it did. I don't know, man. I still don't know if I trust it. It might be worth a shot here, though, on like a small amount. Nothing crazy, you know, on the MGC. If I did take it, it would be right above this line. Yeah, and then just be looking for like it to make a lower wick, which it might just do without us. That's okay. Wasn't really in the plan, but that could happen. Or since the daily is ripping, it might just skyrocket right now. Up to here, probably. Yeah, it's way too overextended for me. I'm gonna need a fresh support before we can take anything on that. I kind of want to see this wick get down like into here. Highlighter. Ooh. Wait a second, gentlemen. The highlighter's not bad. We might be able to do something with the highlighter. I just need different sizes of it, though. All right, that might be in the cards for better drawing. Is there a eraser or something? Am I crazy? I won't be drawing much. Gotta be like an eraser, right? Am I on something? Bro, don't worry about it, alright? Don't worry about it. Yeah, I want to see this wick come down into here before I can even consider this. The new 1 hour, it's gotta come down here. Gotta. But I'm willing to take the risk once it gets down into this area for something small. Like I said, I don't need to risk anything crazy today. Plus, I don't trust the breakout. So we're just going to go very low risk, 2 MNQs. 2 micros. Real small. That's very unlike me. I gotta be honest. Maybe this accountability is working. Because normally what your boy does, he heads straight to the NQ chart. Okay? This is what you're normally gonna do. He loads it up, gets a couple of NQs in there. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even wait for this to come back up. What I would do is I would set a limit. This is what I would do, right here. You ready? I would set it like this. 2 NQs. Boom. That's what your boy does. Which sometimes can be great. Sometimes you blow your account. So do with that what you will, you know? Which honestly, I could be doing this same exact thing on the MNQ chart. Worth the risk, but I don't know, man. We'd get a closure below too. All right. Yeah, see, that just ripped straight through that zone. So, you know what I mean? This is the type of stuff that I was talking about. What you'll do initially, like especially when you get a daily that looks like this, and you still want to take that like limit sell from a zone. This is what normally happens. You'll have this zone marked out. You'll set your, your limit sell in this gray zone. And then you'll get just a slight pullback down to like some previous resistance that's not like that far away. And it just will sit. It'll just sit there, bro. And then what you think is going to happen on the next one is it'll re-break the previous candle high right here just to do that, and then it'll go back down, but it doesn't. What I've learned is these candles don't need top and bottom wicks. Like, they don't care. Like, they don't care about making wicks sometimes, so it's like I base my plans off of like, okay, I'm going to take this limit, sell or whatever up here because this doesn't have a bottom wick. But the fact is, this 30-minute candle doesn't even need to come down and make a bigger wick. It just doesn't. Is it likely sometimes? Yeah, but it doesn't need to. Like, just because that's what I think should happen doesn't mean it's gonna. Because in these markets, stuff has been running like this all the time, man. There'll be no wick and it doesn't care. It won't come back down to make this in the 30-minute candle. It'll just keep going. So it's tough, man. What do we got going on here? Yeah, I don't know about this. I think I'm going to wait. Yeah, I'm going to remove the buy stops. I think what we could get, and again, who knows, could get this, could get a closure back in here, right? Closure back in, and then what I want to be looking for is something like this, maybe. Closure back above, and then this is where we get in for that wick fill. Something like that. Perfect drawing this time, actually. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right. So we might get something like that. I don't know. I gotta wait though. Or you could get a 4-hour flip. Who knows? Isn't that the great thing? You can't predict it. Got no idea. Crazy. But yeah, I gotta wait. I gotta wait on this one. Coming into 8:15 here in 5 minutes. See what happens, man. Goldie's still ripping. Goldie's still ripping. What are they saying? Brother. I didn't realize you could do that. I didn't realize you could hide songs in the playlist. That's not mine. I like that. It's actually kind of sweet. Come on. Goldie's crazy, man. Now, I will say, I could see, I know how bullish this daily looks, right? Extremely bullish. But I could see that zone up there for like a limit zone, limit sell play. I feel like in this market, you want to go to like the highest range possible for rejection, but still not a sell I want to take probably. But it is coming into like a 15-minute. If it closes anywhere near this and then starts running without a bottom wick, maybe, but I don't know if it's worth it or not. Maybe on super small scale. Sometimes things are worth a shot. Because usually on these like rejections is where you get a big move, you know? So the risk to reward is just astronomical on these. That's why I take these trades. Because sometimes the risk just way outweighs the, reward way outweighs the risk. You know, if you're only risking a few micros, I mean, no biggie. No biggie. All right, we got about 10 seconds here. $8.15 here. See how NQ turned out. Okay, so we got the closure below, right? So now what I drew up already was maybe something like this. Maybe a closure back in. This is horrible. I'm so sorry. Maybe a closure back above. And then that's where we lift off for 9:30. So we'll see. We'll see. Because it could be, if that 15-minute does that, what you're looking at is a closure back in the range, plus like a 30-minute like celery. So that could be good. But we'll see. We shall see. Goldie's just chilling. Goldie's rolling. He's rolling. I'll be right back real quick. Let's get it. All right, what do we got here? 10 minutes. 10 more minutes. Till the volume. Yeah, I mean, if this would have closed like below the, or not below, but like if this one would have closed a little closer and then made that bottom wick, came up, might have been in that, but all good. Goldie's running. Nasdaq coming down, I think, though. Yeah. Oh, the Nasdaq, man. See, this is the old me. Maybe not the old me, but like me not too long ago. Would have been in this one. I would have been in this trade. Probably would have stopped me out. And then I'd be sad for 9:30. Story of my life. Because looking at this 1 hour, you know, it closed above, whatever. Closed above right there. Then I was like, oh yeah, let's get a bottom wick here. And you know what? I'm not gonna wait for it to re-break the high. I'm just gonna enter. That's what I'm gonna do. Sometimes it works out, but is that smart? Probably not. Probably not. Especially, and I would do that on days where I got 2,600 times 5 in profit. And I would just be like, yeah, let's just do 2 NQ contracts and let's risk 2K of my 2,600 profit. Let's just do that. Because that's a great idea. You know why? Because I had profits and I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if I lose it. But then as soon as I lose that, guess what? It matters. And then that leads to revenge trading because now I'm sad that I lost the profits I had. So it's all connected. It's all connected, man. But it's hard. It's not easy. But that's what my brain thinks. That's how my mind works, like gambling. It's like, well, why would I settle for this 2,600 here when I can get a jump on this trade and risk 2 NQs and just send it to the moon and get the max, you know? But then the market has other ideas and is like, well, how about we just get rid of your profit and now you're in trouble? How about that? But we can't do it, man. We can't do that stuff anymore. We got to have a logical plan for why we're doing things. If you don't know why you're doing something, then don't do it. Like, is there any logical reason for me to get in on this candle? Even when I see it, make it a wick, and I'm like, man, especially if it comes down and makes a bottom wick. You know, no, I can't just take that. You can, and you might win sometimes. And that leads to other bad habits of like, well, I'm just going to do that every time. And then you start losing, and you start losing more and more and more. And then you revenge trade because you did that. Then you go down a spiral, blow accounts, and then you buy 5 more and you blow those accounts because you're still angry about the last 5 accounts. We can't do it, man. Most people would be profitable if they were just able to wait and sit at the charts and not take a trade unless it was absolutely the one they were looking for. There's a lot of good systems out there that work. You just got to find one and you got to do what it says. But it ain't easy. People will tell you that it's easy, but they're robots. don't know about you, but I'm a human. I got feelings. I got emotions. It's hard to suppress sometimes. But we can get better at it. And make mistakes less and less and less. That we can do. But you'll never be perfect. Man, I'm having a Jocko early. This might be a 3 Jocko kind of day. All right, we got 3 minutes till 8:30 here. The volume. Bringing in the volume. But again, I don't know. It's pretty overextended for me on gold at the moment without making another support. We might get what we're talking about on NQ though. We get a closure above. We'll have a 30-minute celery, 15-minute coming back into the range like we wanted. Yeah, that to me looks better than gold. But we'll see. Couple minutes, man. We'll see if we even get that back in the range. All right, we got about 50 seconds. I don't know, man. If that closes in this range, I got nothing. I have to wait. I want to be in this. I do. Because I know how 8:30 works here. If this closes below, that would be interesting, I will say. All right, we're not going to get it. 5 seconds. We are not going to get the closure, but it might do exactly what we said. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe. Either way, we're gonna have to wait for this 8:30 candle to shake out. We're gonna have to wait for that one to shake out, man. This intrigues me though, I will say. This kind of intrigues me for coming back down. Again, it's hard because the daily looks like that. and the 4 hour looks like that. But I don't hate this, especially the 30-minute running up again. I don't know. I think probably on this, what we need to wait for, yeah, it's probably something like this. Gosh, this is horrible. I think we're gonna have to wait for something like that, and then something like this. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Closure back above. I think we're gonna have to wait for something like that. Or what happens is, you know, I might even be open to, whoops, I'm drawing all over the place now. I might even be open to something like this, where you get that closure below, and then we look for this. Back down into that. Because what could happen is you get something like this, and then it needs to make a new support before it can rip up. And it might not do it up here. It might do it on top of this previous resistance here. So, could be looking for something like this, you know. Something like that. So, we'll see. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if we get that closure. I think what I would want is a closure below this line. If we can get a closure below that, I might be interested in looking for sells down below, but dang, look at NQ, man. You know, if that, doesn't matter. If look at NQ, man. This is why I don't trust it. This is why I don't trust it, man. Look at that. Yeah, that's just no biggie. Yeah, no big deal. This 7. Dude, it's like 200 points almost. Jeez. My goodness. Look at that 5-minute candle. Wow. That's gnarly. That is gnarly. Hold on, let me remove all these drawings. See what we're looking for now. Yeah, I mean, see, this, it does kind of make sense, though. Let me show you. See, right here. The only problem is you just never know how high these wicks are going to go to, like, catch it. So you kind of have to just wait for, like, a closure back below that, you know? But I think closure I'd be waiting for going to be like back below it, below that. So you might as well, yeah, something like that. Dude, NQ's wild. The Wild West out here, man. The Wild West. Could just be shaking everybody out just to rip back up. Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that on Goldie. Goldie crazy. Goldie wild. Yeah, I can still see this closing below, however. I could see it. Wow. Look at NQ, man. Oh my gosh. Well, so it looks like we were just a little early on the sells earlier. Just a little early. Wow. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. All right, we got another zone down here. But it might just say screw that zone and go down. Real bad. Might go down. See what I mean? This is exactly what I told you about news, right? You remember what I said about the news? Look at the news for Nasdaq, for the dollar. All green. Literally. Almost all of it is just dead green. Okay? I told you that NQ, it should go up, right? On the good news. But what they do is they sell it and sell it and sell it until there's no more sellers. They stop out all the buyers, all the sellers, everybody. And then once it gets to a certain point, then it's like, since they got all the selling out of the way, now it's just clear for buyers to just send it to the moon. Little manipulation at its finest. At its finest, man. Look at that. Wow. 200 points, no big deal. Well, 200 points. Less than 15 minutes. Also, how would I have done here, guys, on the regular trade that I normally would have been in to try to get ahead of things without being patient? Oh, man, I was so close. I would have been so close. Yikes. And that's why we wait, you know? That's why. Can't be doing that stuff. Jeez. We got ourselves a blader. Somebody stop it. Can't stop the bleeding. Gosh, I can't take this. I can't take this. Even if we get a closure below that, I can't take it. Gone. I gotta wait. I gotta wait for like a closure back above and then a closure below, or just a closure back above to go back up. But yeah, this is gone. Move gone. Jeez. I'll be right back. Holy. Holy, it's falling off the screen. Yo, it's gonna hit my desk. My goodness. Yeah, I can't, I don't think I can take this. I don't think I'm in this. I think we missed it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think we're in this. However, oh, this looks like a zone here. I'm not gonna lie. You guys can call me crazy all you want, but I actually see this. If that closes with no bottom wick, this is running back up. Watch. Trust. And this is where it's gonna start to skyrocket. Trust. Oh, it's actually a little lower. All right, make that re-break. All right, or not. It's gonna come back up into here. This is a trade we could have been in. Just on super low risk. But again, after that type of move, it's no, you know what it looks like. But if this re-breaks, like if it breaks that low and comes back, maybe. But yeah, it's just not worth it. Bleeding. Usually it's just gonna run straight through it all. Where's like the higher time frame? That's what we need to look at. So we got these, this maybe for it to come back, but pff, it ain't worth the risk. Not worth the risk, man. Oh, I think we missed our closure. Oops. I think we missed our closure on Goldie. Yeah, we did get a closure below. Oh, it's already gone. That's all right. Oh, that's all right. We don't need to take it. Also close with no bottom wick, but honestly, I don't care about that. Oh, that's all right. But yeah, this is the trade we were talking about. Get a closure below that line. Maybe for sells, come back down into that area. But I like it better on the 30-minute anyways. I have a hard time taking stuff on the 15-minute. I don't like it. I think I've been burned too many times on the 15-minute. It would have to be something really good with all the confluences pointing that direction on the 15. But a 30 closure below that, that looks all right. Doesn't look bad. Obviously, if this runs too far and stuff, then we just need to wait for what I was talking about before. Wait for a support. Come back up. I really want to make this work. Oh, that's not bad. Hold on. Hold on. If we favorite that, and we favorite, obviously, the rectangle. Hold the phone here. Yeah. Maybe this will work. Whoops. All right, we gotta set this up somehow. Okay, if we could get a rectangle, make it red. Yeah, make it red. Settings don't extend. Then we could save this as red candle. Huh? Okay, so hold on, bear with me. Okay, so if we get the closure below, like we're talking about, hold up. Guys, this is incredible. Okay? This is incredible. So we got the closure below. Right? This is where we look for... Oh no. Did I lose it? Did we lose it? Where we... Oh no. Where we look for this. Guys, it's working. It's working. Oh my gosh. This is happening. Okay. Guys, these candles are much better. Come on. I just wish there was a... Is there like an eraser? Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Eraser. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. This is life-changing for us. This is life-changing. All right, well, didn't work. But anyways, all right, we might have something figured out. Now we just got to make the same thing for green candle. We're gonna make that brighter. Gonna make it brighter or something. I think that'll work. Okay, so now save. Oh, this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. We're getting somewhere. Okay, we got 7.5 minutes left for a 30-minute, 4-hour, 1-hour closure. How's the 4-hour looking? Ooh, see what I mean? But the only problem on this, okay, let's say we do get this 1-hour closure, right? We don't know how far up the next wick is gonna come to like fill part of this wick. I mean, we could, I don't know. I feel like we just have to go with our first thought on that. Wait for this closure to set up right here like we waited for. And then a wick. And then on the re-break, we sell it down. I think that's what we just got to wait for. It will be a new 4-hour. But that's okay. If this closes bullish like this, 4 hours is going to need to come down and make a bottom wick. I'm more confident on the 4-hour making a bottom wick than the other time frames. The needing to make it, I mean. But yeah, you gotta have a convincing closure here. Gotta be convincing. Guys, if there's anyone in here that hasn't liked the stream, please like the stream. Appreciate you. Come on. What we don't want is for this to fill the entire range without us. Then we really will have to wait. And I might be open to waiting on like a 15-minute closure back above this range here for buys. That might be the only case where like a 15-minute. But we'll see. Let's check out NQ. See what's going on. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's coming down to, wow, all the way to the 4-hour support. Previous 4-hour support. So, wow. That's crazy. Look at that. It retraced the entire move up in one candle. Jeez. There's a lot going on here, man. There's a lot going on in this market that I don't know a thing about. But that's all right. I don't want to know, man. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, daily coming all the way back down. Yeah, I mean, this just doesn't look appetizing to me. I got to be honest. The cells would have looked appetizing to me, but there's just the problem is there just wasn't a zone to take it off of, like the cells. Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. All right, well, it's doing exactly what we didn't want it to do. Yeah, I mean, too far for me now. Way too far for me now. I think what we would have to wait for is kind of like what we said. I have to wait for some like that. Well, bear with me here. Something like this. All right, this is working. This is working. Something like this. Unfortunately, I gotta change. Gotta change the color. I gotta change the color. Hold on. Oh, that's not bad. Wait. Wait a second. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we gotta NQ wild. I know, man. All right, this, I don't think this is any better. It looks better, but it's slower. Definitely slower drawing these things. This is, I mean, what we're looking for. Possibly. Possibly. Whoops, I just deleted something else. Whoops. Don't worry about that. This definitely isn't faster, but it looks cleaner. So we'll see. What do we got? Oh my gosh. Okay, we got 15 seconds on a closure here. Anybody want to take sells or buys? Anybody? Just go ahead and push the button, huh? Let's just push it. Why not? Closing with no bottom wick? You guys scared? Anybody scared? Brother. What on earth? Holy. Yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, so if it does what I said and we get a closure maybe below on the 15-minute, like below this line, then the next 15-minute closes above, then I'd be open for buys. Or what could also happen if this next candle closes back above this, Close above that, then I'd be open maybe for buys again. That way. We'll just have to see what happens. We'll let it tell us. How about that? Or we could just push sell on NQ and see what happens. You guys down? What do we think? Is that a no? Holy. Yeah, this looks good. What do we get here? 800 points? That can't be right. Wow. Almost like 900 points on that 30-minute candle. 900. They might like halt trading or something, man. I'm not gonna lie. They might put some risk parameters in place for us. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Wow. So that was the 4-hour closure. Wow, it did close below the 4-hour zone. Close below. However, it closed with no bottom wick. So I don't know. What could happen is it could still make a lower wick on this 4-hour candle. Maybe come down into this or something. And then just turn around and rip straight back up. But it's one of those things you don't know how far the bottom wick is. And I've tried to predict it so many times that I just lose. And you end up, it goes the direction that you want, but not until later. Not until it's too late. So, I mean, I know this like it could just run up and just keep closing above and above and above, but it could also come down and make a wick real quick, a super deep wick, and then come back up. Never know. Be careful. Be careful. All right, closure above doesn't look bad on Goldie. Closure above ski. But it can't close too far above the range either, like this, if it keeps going. You can't do it, man. Can't go that far. It's got to like settle in above it. Like right above it. Not too far, man. But 4-hour also, again, the 4-hour hasn't made a lower wick, but is it going to? Daily already has that wick, you know? Daily's already got that giant wick, man. It could turn around and come back down into like here, maybe. Yeah, like maybe down here somewhere. It could. Doesn't have to. So far, the chart gives me the direction that it's going up, but we'll see how the closures happen. If we don't take a trade, we don't take a trade, man. I'd rather not take a trade than taking a trade that breaks the rules and build worse habits and reinforce those bad behaviors like I have done. Also, you're gambling on NQ if you're taking that. You're taking something over here. Straight up rolling the dice. Gotta be something clear. Gotta be a clear setup of some kind. I don't even think I trust like a 15-minute support. I'd have to wait for something deeper on this move. Holy. 15-minute ain't gonna cut it. I'll be right back. BRB. All right, what do we got? Yo, NQ is insane. See, we could have taken that bounce on NQ, but is it worth the risk at this point? I mean, I guess what I would have done probably going with like three micros, and I would have set it for would have set it like this below that one, and then got out up here probably, but it's just not worth it after a 900 point 30-minute candle. You know, sometimes you gotta realize when it's not worth it. Like, just not worth it. I know, like, the risk to reward with like a couple, like 2 or 3 MNQ contracts is like, you know, it's not that crazy from here, but like, yeah, I mean, even that is just not worth it after a move like that. You gotta have some sort of support now, some convincing support in order to take a buy. Like I said, I mean, this could come up and like test these areas, you know, up here. It could come up into here, you know, somewhere and test all this, and this could still come back down and make a bottom wick and then come back up. NQ's wild, man. For real. You gotta be careful out here. Plus, we're getting towards the end of the week. Don't take any unnecessary trades, unnecessary risks, and go into the weekend angry and disappointed that you blew your plan, blew your accounts. Because I know for me, whenever I, you know, do something towards the end of the week, like Thursday or Friday, and blow my accounts and, you know, do something stupid, go from a green day to a red day, the whole weekend for me is chalked a lot of times. I try not to let it bug me, but it does. So if I can avoid doing that, then I'm going to. Come on, baby. Like, even now, I want to take this trade. I do. Like, I almost think this one's worth the risk of going back down to, like, come way down and make a bottom wick. from this zone here, but I just can't do it, man. Can't do it. The problem for me is like, I don't know where this is gonna stop. It could still do exactly what I said, but is it gonna stop here? Is it gonna stop up here? Up here? Or is it even gonna do what I'm thinking? And we just don't know. But this is what we drew out here. If we get a closure above on this, I might be open to this. But like I said, the only problem for me is the 4 hour. The new 4 hour candle shot up without making a bottom wick really. But the daily already has that wick. So I don't know. For me, this might be worth a shot. You know, if we get the closure kind of settled, you know, up in here, it doesn't run the range, hopefully, and then we get a nice bottom wick, I might be in that. You know, just looking for like, you know, something short, something small. But we'll see. But it is a 15-minute, and I don't have to take the trade. Could wait for a 30-minute closure maybe. 1 hour still open. Only 13 minutes into the 1 hour. I mean, if we take this, we get that closure kind of right above, I think I would only be looking for like this wick fill, honestly. Like I'm not super jazzed about it. Like maybe only just something small. Something like that. For that wick fill. But I think NQ did exactly what I... Yep. Classic. That's alright. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you decided that this was a good risk for you, and like you just had like a couple M&Q or something, then go for it. You know, because I could totally see this coming back down and at least making this bottom wick and then coming back up. I mean, to me that makes sense, but all right. We did get a closure, but I would need some sort of bottom wick and just low risk. Yeah. I don't know. Not a huge fan of the entry. Not a huge fan. Especially with the 30-minute like it is. And the 4-hour with no bottom wick. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna stay out of this for now. I'm gonna stay out. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to see how this 30-minute closes, I think. If it closes like below. Yeah, I mean, even still, this isn't a big enough bottom wick for me anyways. Either way, I'd stay out. We got on NQ. Yeah. NQ's crazy, man. Wow. What are you looking for, Max? You looking for a 30 on NQ? Yeah, I mean, this one, it's just not worth it. It's not a big enough bottom wick for me on this one as well. I wanted to be in that, but yeah, no bottom wick. Yeah, that's why I kind of stayed out of the buys, honestly, because you got the 4-hour. I mean, like I said though, it already has a bottom wick on the daily. The daily is already just ready. But I don't like that the 4-hour doesn't have a steeper wick. I don't like the 1 hour for me, taking that 15-minute with a 1 hour without that bottom wick. I don't know, it just doesn't sit right. Doesn't sit right. Yeah, I think I'm more open. I mean, I'm open for both, but like, I'm open for sells, honestly. Like, it maybe if this 15-minute closes, the 30-minute closes below this range, maybe sells. NQ, we need something like, nah. I don't know. I mean, we kind of need a new resistance to sell off of. So this closes bullish, we get another, you know, bearish candle, then maybe we could sell down, or another bullish and then bearish closure below. But can't take it off this, I don't think, unless we want to sell and see what happens. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, the 1 hour maybe comes up into this. I don't know. I almost want to give that a shot. of the 30-minute runs without a wick. Doing just like a couple MNQ in that zone, but again, it's risky. Goalie running without us. Yeah, it just wasn't the wick I was looking for. Yeah. I mean, it's exactly how we drew it up. Closure below, closure back above the range. But I just wanted a little steeper wick is all. So, I mean, we had the right idea, but I also don't trust it fully to go up, even though the daily's bullish like that. I mean, it could do whatever. It could. Eight minutes for a 30 closure. Like I said, if we get a closure below, I might be open to something, but we will see. $15-minute closure above, 15-minute closure below. Dang, man, I'm out of the Jocko already. Get rid of this. Five minutes. Just gotta wait, man. Man, it's been a absolute struggle though. This is probably the longest I've had combines. Like some of these combines. I'm not kidding. Look at this. Look at this. So my problem obviously is taking big losses. because I can't stop. I have a little bit of a problem. So if I were able to cut these days in half, even, like, think about where I'd be. I'd be past these accounts probably. But like it's just been a struggle lately, I'll be honest. Just has. You know, I've got that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know where it went. Did I move him? I moved everything. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's been a struggle, man. For real. For realsies. And then I've got this. Bruh. Like, I wasn't taking, except for this day here, like, honestly, 2 trades, 5 trades, 6, 2, 5. I mean, there's a few times, like, but 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Like, I was doing a really good job on Fridays to make sure that I didn't take, like, an absurd amount of trades. Because I'm aware of, like, how I feel on Fridays, and I don't feel great. So I don't have to go for the moon on Fridays. Don't have to do anything crazy. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. Well, our trade played out, but for this wick fail. But that's all right. I mean, I didn't like it anyways. It didn't have a steep enough wick. I know it came down into this area, but I wanted a little deeper. Plus, I just didn't trust the lower wicks. So, all good. We're going to get a 30-minute closure, though. Maybe in 20 seconds. And I actually don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Now I hate it. Too far. Too far. No, I'm just kidding. This actually is bad. Doesn't look bad to come up into like that area there. Doesn't look terrible. See on the wick. Again, I want this to come a little further than that. But we might not get that. If it could maybe break this high, then come down, that would have been great. Check out NQ real quick. Yeah. I actually don't hate it if it comes up into that area. Like if it comes up into that without a wick, then possibly. But I don't know, part of me wants to just take this now. I think I better wait. All right.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I kind of want to see it break this though and then come down. Yes. See, a lot of people would have been in right there. Straight into drawdown. I think I'm going to have a couple. I'm going to have a couple set just to aim for this area up there. Nothing crazy. Just something small. It's not my favorite, so I'm going kind of lower risk. We could stay out, honestly. I might actually be more interested in sells on NQ, honestly. But super low risk here. No biggie. To me, it looks good to go up and fill this at least. So a 4 hour doesn't have to come down and make that wick. As I said before, the daily's got a giant wick already. Doesn't mean it won't do that, but I don't know. Looks pretty good to just go up again. But super low risk, 2 micros. Just looking for this little fill right here. So 1-to-1. 1-to-1, roughly. Yeah, that's not bad there. It broke that high. That's not bad. But I think if it re-breaks this on Goldie here, can make it up into this range at least. But you never know. I don't know if it re-breaks that low. I don't know if I like it as much. Yeah, I mean, a little less than 1. Be 1 here. Yeah, I think we stay out. I think we stay out of this. I just don't like the 1 hour. I don't like the 1 hour still open in that range. Kind of want to see what it does. If it closes below or what we get here. We're going to stay out. Gonna be extra patient. A little extra. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's more than I'm willing to risk on this one. Especially when for me it wasn't like A+ setup. I mean, the 1 hour is not as convincing. 4 hours not that convincing for buys. I mean, that was our buy there that we drew up, but I just didn't trust it. But yeah, that was it. Up for that wick fill. Get out. Sometimes it happens. At least we were right on the direction, and I mean, we drew exactly what was going to happen. So that's a W in itself. Good when we're reading price well. Then you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait, man. And if you don't have to take anything, you take what you want. You know, like take what the setups are, and you can be extra patient. Wait for the exact setup you want. Like it was the setup, but I just wanted, me personally, I wanted a little deeper wick. That was it. But we were right. So that's a win. We didn't lose anything. It's all about protecting your capital. In this, I always thought, like, I'm a former gambler, mind you. So like, my brain is always wired to like, how can I make more money? How can I go for the moon today? You know, like, oh, 26. Like even now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I see 2,600 on these combines, and I should just hit the lockout button and not worry about it. You know, like, but my brain's like, well, the max I can make in one day on these combines is 4,500. So I still got about 1,900 left here. So if I'm just taking random trades and gambling and thinking that way, like, it makes it tough to be successful and win. It's just not sustainable, you know? So I'm just trying to, even when I see this 2,600, if I am a professional trader and disciplined to the plan, this is no problem. Like, it's fine, you know? And if I risk accordingly, it's okay. But like, if I'm still trying to gamble and think like, oh man, I need to make 1,900, otherwise it's a failure today, then I'm losing. So you got to be disciplined, got to be professional, and it's hard, but that's why we got to have accountability. All right. I might be interested in this. Possibly. There is a chance that this could just close. This 4 hour could close, you know, in a few hours here with no bottom wick. It could. But I think it's more rare that 4 hours do that than all the others. So this might be just a couple. I'm gonna wait for the 15-minute closure here though, but this might be a shot I take. Just very low risk, two micros, and see what happens. Because at 2 micros, if it decides to come down and make that bottom wick, that's still a heck of a gain, man. And if we lose, it's not that big a deal. But the risk to reward has to be there when you take these chances. Gotta be there. Gotta make sense. This could be a loser. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this could lose. But am I willing to risk a few $100 on this to make 1,000 or whatever it is, 1,500? Yeah, I am. But the thing is, you just can't take 6 of those risks per session. Like, it's okay to take that risk if it makes sense in the 1 hour zone that I have marked out here. If it makes sense, then that's okay. But you can't do that 5, 6 times a day. Then you're losing 200, 200, 200, 300, you know, without winning. Then it becomes like not worth the risk anymore because you're just taking a bunch of trades. We might not get it either. This is just crazy. It might actually just hit the previous zone that I marked out. But I wanted to be safer. I wanted to be a little safer. So I went for the middle. Closure coming. Couple minutes. Look at Goldie again. Goldie's just trolling. Yeah, gotta wait for a 1 hour. Gotta wait for a 1 hour closure. See what that does. I mean, if the 30-minute closes back in this range, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just not very convincing. We never got that push. See, so here's the thing that I've learned to avoid. Not all the time, but like this, right? We had the buy stop set right above that previous candle high, right? So what happened? It broke right above that previous candle high. So we got in. Didn't go a lick in profit. We've been in drawdown. We would have been in drawdown this entire time, wondering how we got in this trade. Why are we here? Which is okay, but like we would have got stopped out already. So unless we did this all the way down, but like for the risk to reward, that wouldn't have made any sense. So keep that in mind when you're placing these orders. What happens? It usually comes, it breaks that high just to get people activated, and then it rarely does what you want unless you're totally convinced by it. And from what I told you guys, I wasn't convinced. So I think that's good staying out of that. We would have just been in drawdown this entire time, which sucks. I hate it. Drawdown's part of the game, but like if it's unnecessary drawdown, it really sucks. Really sucks. We did get a 15-minute closure again. Still hanging above there. But we're gonna have to wait for a 30-minute for any sort of decision. Anything at all. Again, the 1 hour still open. 4 hour doesn't have much of a bottom wick. So got to correlate those higher time frames to the lower time frames. Got to have that correlation. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. And you don't need to be sad not taking a trade or sad that you missed a trade, because you didn't miss anything. Like, there's more opportunities. And you don't want to take the trades where you're like, I'm not sure. You know, you can wait for the right setup. You don't have to take anything. You can wait. And it's better. And once you wait, let's say we wait and we get $500, like just be done. Be done for the day. If you need to. You know, if you're not disciplined to the plans and, you know, you think, hey, me being on the chart longer is going to take more trades that I don't need to take, then just, here you go. Boom. Manual lockout. Lockout. There's no shame in it, man. That's how I got my first payout. Yeah, I'll show you exactly how I got my first payout. Okay, this is what I did. Max trades per day. 2. And I click save, and then you can lock out your settings. Lock risk settings for the day. That's how I got my first payout. I couldn't control myself, so I made the program control me. You know, if you need to do that, do it. Like, don't be too proud to just be like I was and like, oh, well, I should be able to do this by now. No, like, why? You're just starting. You got to build your patience and discipline muscles. It's not something that's just like you're the best at sometimes. Some people are better than others, but for most of us, we got to sit there and work out our patience and discipline and being able to do that type of stuff. And if you can't in the meantime and you want to try to get more payouts, like, set parameters for yourself in here and lock it out so you can't change it. If you're an overtrader, put 2 trades a day and lock it and see what happens, and wait for the right setups, because you only have 2. So if you blow your 2 trades in the first 5 minutes, like I've done before, then it sucks. You're just out for the day. But you didn't blow your accounts. And sometimes I even won because I was on 2 trades and I was in the green. And you don't need to take more than that. Your job's done for the day. What's the whole point of this? Is it to trade all day, or is it to be disciplined to your plan and be as many green days as possible? It's not from going from green to red. That's not your job. Well, do everything you can to set the right parameters for yourself if you can't do it, you know? Don't be too proud. Do it. Do what you gotta do. Nothing wrong with that. If anyone tells you, like, oh, you should be able to do this by now, don't listen to them. Like, good for them if they can do it. Maybe they've been doing it for 10 years longer than you. We're all in our own time, man. Like, that's legit how I got my first payout. Was I was so frustrated with myself about how I was breaking the plan. I couldn't stop trading. I would go from green to red most days because I was green most days. But I had to set those limits in order to actually achieve the payout. And I think my wife was thankful for that. I was thankful for that. Like, to be free, man. That's right. To be free. Come on. So I'm willing to trade live to be accountable, because, like, if you're just trading by yourself and you have no accountability to anybody else, you haven't reached out to a friend, you haven't, done anything to be accountable, like, you're probably gonna not be accountable to yourself because you're the only one you're talking to. Like, have some accountability partners, some friends, do something. It's not about what people think, it's about how you get your goal and how you achieve that freedom. Come on. There's no reason to be embarrassed or anything. Like, you're doing what you got to do for you, for your family, for your future. Ain't no shame in that. Lock it in. Max, what you looking for? What are you looking for right now? Do you like an onion off this? I don't know. I just still think I'm looking for... I don't know. I just don't trust it. As long as these wicks are like that, I just don't trust it. Got to see this 1 hour. 1 hour looks clean with the daily. And again, the 4 hour doesn't need to make that wick. I think that's something that I just want. But gotta know what the chart's telling us. And it could tell us buys for sure. 40.37, need a bigger wick. Ah, yeah. You're looking for sells from there? Yeah, I'm more inclined to the sells as well. It's just like, just because of those wicks and the 1 hour wick. It's still open. We'll see. I mean, we'll see if it closes below or above this range, but and it's weird too, like the 4 hour could totally come up and make a wick like into this and then come back down. It's just sometimes the timing is just off, you know? Sometimes the timing is crazy. Now, I will say on this, I'm kind of inclined to give this a shot on the 1 hour. I think I'm going to go 2 MNQ up here in the middle of this range. This is MNQ, right? I mean, this could be a loser for sure. Like 1000% it could be. But I like the risk to reward here. I like that, actually. But again, what have I said? We could lose. We could 1000% lose. But this is a risk I'm comfortable with taking. 2 MNQ. Honestly, we could even go like 1 MNQ on this because it decides it wants to run down 400 points. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this risk. What I used to do is go straight to the NQ chart and do 2 NQs. It would either be insane trade and I'd make 10 grand or I'd blow my account. So I'm trying to find some middle ground there, you know what I mean? How about 2 MNQs? Let's start with that. And we'll see what happens. But when I make these ranges up, usually I try to aim for like the middle. And we'll see. This could just skyrocket. We could be like way off. But I'm willing to be wrong on this. The probabilities. Willing to be wrong, man. However, I do think, I didn't realize what time it was. I'm going to wait 5 minutes for the 1 hour closure. I'm going to wait. So we'll keep that in mind for another 5 minutes. This is still chilling above. Did come down into that. Oh, my screen has like a blur on it. Like got some tearing. Yeah, we'll wait the extra 4 minutes. We've been waiting this whole time. I mean, we've been waiting for what? Almost 3 hours already. Might as well wait another 3 or 4 minutes, right? Ain't no thing. Again, if we miss what we were looking for, who cares? Doesn't matter. There's going to be more trades. Promise you that. I always find trades to take, whether I should take them or not. All right, what do we got? We're still just chilling. All right. Goldie coming down. See, aren't you glad we didn't take those buys? We'd have been in right there. Literally the worst possible spot you could be in. Huh? And I know some of you are like me, man. We had a stop loss maybe like that. And then as that candle started coming down, well, maybe there's a different range there. We start looking at the 5 minute. Oh yeah, look at these lines. Yeah, we'll go below those wicks, and guess what? It went all the way there anyways. Don't worry, you're not alone. I've done that many times, man. But that's why you kind of let the candle do its thing, man. Just let it do its thing, then set it for above the rebreak, you know, like if you really wanted to be in that trade. But let it get those people out. Let you not be one of them. See, look at that. You know, I still don't think we would have been in though. I think I aimed more for the middle. So, nah, we weren't in. We got minute and 20 seconds. Minute 20, man. Look at all these wicks. Look at that. That's nasty. That is nasty. Will it close below? If it closes below, I might be in this. I just don't know how far it's going to come and make a wick. But I might be in this if it closes below for sells. Looking for that to come back down into this. It did close below. Yeah, the 1 hour closed below. It's starting to run up. Yeah, I like that. I do want a steeper wick though. It broke the low. It can come up, make maybe a little bit better top wick. It's just a new 1 hour candle. So it's a new 1 hour. Gotta see it come up. Gotta see it. Gotta see it. Could run again without us, but that's all right. If it runs without us, it wasn't our trade, man. Wasn't ours. And it just drives. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it did close with no bottom wick on the 30. But I don't necessarily mind that on this one though. But it does need to come up. If it doesn't come up, can't do it. It just tanks. Then it's gone. Yeah. 1 hour close bullish on NQ without a bottom wick. Wow. Dang. Dang, bro. Don't do it, Goldie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright, you can do that. How about that, though? The 1 hour close below the range. This will be where it just rips. Because it got a closure below that, and everybody knows that. So we're not in the buys, but they're just going to buy it anyways. Boom. Boom. Boom ski. Already 10 o'clock, huh? Might stay in here for another 15-30 minutes. We'll see. Gonna roll without us. All right, there it goes. There it goes. Dang. Dang, Deborah. All right, hold up. Again, this might be the shot I take here. Don't really need to, so I'm not going to risk anything crazy, but that's what I'm willing to do at the moment. If it wants to re-break that previous high, it might not. Could stop down there and just do exactly what we want, but that's where I feel comfortable entering, is up there. I don't feel comfortable entering here. I feel comfortable if it breaks that previous 30. Might not get it. Might not get that chance. Man, look at all these wicks. That's criminal. Absolutely criminal on the 15-minute. Yikes. Goldie's just playing, chopping. Chopping. Ain't worth it. Getting a little later in the day as well. Getting a little later. Goldie doing? Goldie's running back up a little bit. See, I told you. Crazy. Still don't trust it. Good patience today, everybody, though. Good patience. We avoided some losses. Like this one, for sure. Avoided that. I'm happy with that. We'll take that any day. We got 5 minutes for a 15-minute closure. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get it on NQ, maybe. Also, just might not be worth it at this point. Come on. I'll be right back. What do we got here? Dang, Goldie back down. NQ back down. We were just a little... Yeah, we were just a little... it never actually came up and broke it. But that's all right. I'm happy with where the zone is. That's where I was willing to take the risk from, and it's okay. This is interesting, though, if you do get a 15-minute closure off of here. This is interesting, I will say that. See what I mean, though, on these rejections? Like, the risk to reward is worth it, man. Because let's say, and I almost got activated on that one, but like I was in the middle up here, I think, maybe a little bit too far. So I almost got activated. And then I was aiming for a wick, like a bottom wick down here. You know what I mean? Like, the risk to reward on this is like insane. 7. If I did it up there, like just give me a little breathing room above the zone. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? You don't have to risk like crazy, but these were the trades I was taking that I would go in with like 3 NQ contracts, full size contracts, you know, and I would make tons of money. But like in certain markets, like the one we're in, it's just not sustainable. You blow a lot of accounts that way, and it's not worth the risk. Like, sure, maybe there comes a point where you're like way up and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna take a bigger risk and go for it. You know, if you have the proper risk that you want, then do it. But like on this, you can feel comfortable and not like anxious and shaking, and by just doing like a couple micro contracts, you know, like you don't have to do anything crazy. You want to make money, not take crazy trades, you know, like that's the goal. 15-minute close back below the range on gold. Interesting. 1 hour coming down, 30-minute coming down. That's actually not bad if we can get it. If it breaks maybe the low, the previous low, comes back up, makes a top wick, might be in there. Might be in there. But I think for me, it's got to break this low first. I'm just being extra patient today. I'm up in profits. I don't want to give any away if I don't need to. So it didn't break that low. The only thing I would like to see that's a little better, but this isn't bad. The only problem is the previous 30 closed. I didn't realize that it closed with no bottom wick. So I mean, this could just come back around and close back above the range again. Just play this game all day. Could just be playing the game. But if you guys want to take this, I mean, I understand. Plus the 4-hour low down here. And I get it. Man, market's just not very convincing right now, man. Not very convincing. Yeah. Don't know about all this. I think we'll wait to see what happens. Another 15-minute candle, and then we'll call it. Wait here another 12 minutes. Not much going on though. Let's see what news we got tomorrow. Tomorrow, not much, honestly. Tomorrow there's a couple orange folders at 9, but other than that, it's pretty chill. Next week, nothing Monday. Wednesday, we got a red folder. Thursday, some red folders. The NFP. Bank holiday on Friday. Oh, that's right. 4th of July. Right. Whoops. Whoops. Not much going on, man. We got MNQ coming back up again. Trying to. Just missed out on that trade too. But something like that's worth the risk, man. Sometimes. Like, I don't even know how much 2 MNQs would be by here, but like 785, 45, 300 points. I mean, normally that'd be like, what? 6 grand with 1 NQ. So, I mean, is that right? I think that's right, man. That's how big this was. 300 points. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure like 100 points is 2 grand. Pretty sure 100 points is 2 grand for 1 mini contract. So this would have been insane. Like, the risk is crazy. That's nuts, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they put restrictions again from like these prop firms. Look at that. The Goldie's just trolling. Absolutely trolling. Not a game I want to play, I don't think, at the moment. Not a game we're interested in. running. You know what I mean? 4 hours still doesn't have that bottom wick. Doesn't care. That 1 hour never made one. Sometimes it doesn't care, man. Will be interesting on NQ though, if we get a closure. Yeah, I mean, it has to be convincing though. Again, like I said 1,000 times. 15 minutes trying to run all the way back up. 30-minute has to close more than like a doji. It's gotta close better than this. This is wild. NQ is crazy, man. NQ is its own different type of animal. What do you think, chat? Daily coming up, daily going down. What do you think? I think that's why I'm looking for this so bad, is because I just don't think it can reverse right now. But I've been wrong many times on that. I just don't trust it to reverse fully. Goldie going crazy. All right, we got about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, go look at this. Barcoding up, down, up, down. Yikes. Little barcoding. Look at that, man. Man, it did come up into that zone too. Tested the zone. See what happens now. Projecting off of it. It just wasn't, I don't know. This is something I talked about earlier, though, is like it doesn't have to stop. Like, I think that was before when I was down here. Like, it doesn't have to stop at this level. What I've noticed in this market is like the rejections have been coming from a higher level. Like, not necessarily the level you think, because there's more rejections here, but like it's been coming from a higher place. That's what I've noticed recently in this market. That's the difference for me, anyways. That's why I've been losing a lot more, is because I've been taking those limit sells or limit buys from zones that it's not even thinking about targeting. It's targeting the ones that are much higher or much lower. So better to just stay out at that point. It's not a game you want to be into when it's less and less predictable. Again, I don't mind taking these types of shots, but it has to make sense. Got about a minute for a 30-minute closure. We'll see how it plays out. Otherwise, this will be the end. Check on NQ here too, just to see. I mean, if it closes like doji like that, I'm not interested in anything it has to do. I'm interested in nothing this has going on at the moment. Yeah, nah. Is maybe gonna close a little further, but still kind of doji for me. Yeah, nothing for me there. Gold barcoded back up. Barcoded back up. So do with that what you will. We still haven't gotten a 1 hour closure above this range. We've gotten a bunch of wicks, but no closure above. So I don't know. I think if I were you guys, I would wait for another 30-minute, or if you like these buys, I guess. But I mean, for me, it's just too many wicks going on, too much barcoding going on. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lock out. All right, locked out, baby. We're gonna secure that 2,600 times 5. We're gonna do that. All right. Appreciate you guys. Welcome to the first stream, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Max. I will probably see you guys tomorrow. All right. Appreciate y'all. Peace.